Meanwhile, in the United States, a federal appeals court is letting the Justice Department resume its review of classified documents seized from Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate. The court's ruling yesterday reverses an order that blocked prosecutors from going through the material until an independent arbiter had done so first. Trump has argued that all the documents he took to Mar-a-Lago were rightfully his, including those that were classified. Now, Trump is also saying that he declassified those files with a spurious suggestion that he doesn't even need to prove it. Magda Gabrisalasa joins us now live from Washington with all the details on this story. A lot to wade through here, Magda, but let's talk about the court's decision to let prosecutors resume their probe and what Trump is saying about it.
Yeah, so this is a big win for prosecutors for now. So what this means essentially is the criminal investigation into those 100 classified documents seized from Donald Trump's Florida home, well, that will continue now. Investigators can once again have access to those documents, that sensitive material. And this is after earlier this month, they were actually blocked from doing that. So the Judge Eileen Cannon, she granted a request by Trump's lawyers to have a third party or a special master review the documents first. And she really was swayed by Trump's lawyers' arguments that the materials could be protected by client-attorney privilege or executive privilege. So prosecutors who said this was really a matter of national security, they appealed the decision, and now they got their way. You have these Court of Appeals judges agreeing that this material should not be seen by a third party. And in the decision, they wrote that they couldn't understand why Trump would have an interest or a need for the classified documents, and basically that he can't claim classified documents are his own. But we know that Donald Trump has been saying that he declassified these documents, and he kept saying that again in an interview yesterday before the decision came out. Take a listen.
If you're the president of the United States, you can declassify just by saying it's declassified, even by thinking about it, because you're sending it to Mar-a-Lago or to wherever you're sending it. And there doesn't have to be a process. There can be a process, but there doesn't have to be. You're the president. You make that decision.
Well, not so according to these judges. They say there was no evidence that Trump declassified the documents. And even if he had, they say the argument is a red herring because declassifying an official document would not change its content or render it personal. So this decision essentially means that that special master that's been assigned to this case, well, he will not be able to go through those classified documents now. At this point, we don't know if Trump's lawyers are going to fight back and take this right up to the Supreme Court.
Well, Magda, that court ruling, the second legal blow to Trump yesterday. Tell us what else he's facing.
Yeah, so he's facing a civil lawsuit in New York. We know the Attorney General there, Letitia James, says Donald Trump, his three eldest children, two other company executives, carried out business fraud, she says, and she is accusing them of cheating the system for profits. She says her investigation reveals that for years they filed false and misleading financial statements around Trump's net worth and the value of his properties and his other assets. This, she says, they did to get better loans with better rates from banks and to pay lower taxes. Now, among other things, James wants to bar Trump and his three eldest children from being executives with any New York companies. And she also wants to prevent the Trump organization from getting involved in commercial real estate dealings or from applying for any loans in the state for 5 years. Trump reacted to that yesterday, calling her a fraud on his social media platform, and he said that this lawsuit is a witch hunt.
Thanks, Magda.
You're welcome.
Magda Gabrisalasa in Washington.